live, pals. Let's get right into this. Let's jump right in and get whooped by Jason here. Let's see if I can remember what I'm supposed to do. See, is everything working? Hopefully, everything's working. Let me know if you can hear me, whoever's out there. Okay, gotta be. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hey, what's up, zombie? There you are. Let me see if I can remember without you telling me.
All right. Come on, Tommy Jarvis. Let's do this.
I was just watching one of your live streams right now.
Oh, you were?
I was watching because you have several on there. So I was watching one. I think it was like you were trying to speed run it.
Yeah, that was probably the most recent one.
Yeah, but it was like a couple hours long, so I don't know if you did it. I was watching the first one, so I was like, was it you just did it multiple times or?
Yeah, I tried to get faster with everyone, and I was really trying to explain how to lock in Jason, you know, when he shows up on the road and you go after him, because that's really crucial to speed running the game. I mean, getting the torch is one thing, but once you find Jason on the roads, you have to stay on him. Otherwise, he disappears, and then you have to go look for him, and that's how you lose time.
Yeah, I think what I was watching right now is you actually kept losing the torch because you were trying to spam the vitamins. You were trying to get the vitamins. What's up, James? Coral James? We're live, pals. Alright, let me see if I can remember. And then I think you like were playing and then you didn't like where Mark started, I think you said?
Yeah. Which is another crucial thing for attempting to speedrun this game is you want Mark to start right at the lake if he's going to be your character. The same goes for Chrissy too. You want either character to spawn at the lake, preferably the smallest cabin that's close to where you start the torch run.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even know. So it's random. Hey, your buddy's here. What's up, Josh?
What's up, Josh? My supernatural bro. Welcome.
I got the key. Yeah, so I just got up to like day 2, and I kept noticing you were getting pissed because you kept getting downgraded.
Yeah, because I just kept trying to get vitamins, and then at one point I think I was gonna try to do the glitch with every character so that way they could all have the torch. But I don't know if I recorded that run because when we all got together to stream this with running retro, it was his idea to get everybody in the community to do this and kind of show how we each play differently, and that's why there's so many runs recorded on that day in particular, because I was always trying to get better.
Let me restart. I lost Mark. I don't know if I was pushing it wrong, but he wasn't doing the
Yeah, he was kind of moving.
Yeah, let me try it again. Make it. Yeah, I think that's the other stream I saw. But that I was like, I'm not sure what that's. It looked like that you guys were challenging each other.
In a way, just to kind of see how familiar we all knew the games and unofficially speed run it. If we were to really speed run it, then it would have been way more focused than what we were doing. And I'm just doing it for fun anyway, because despite what AVGN said in the episode and what his cult says, I still like this game. It will always be on my list of favorite childhood games. I'd even wager top 10 games on NES just for nostalgia. Yeah.
Oh, but you're saying like for your nostalgia.
For my nostalgia. Yeah. Because this is the very first NES game I ever got, not including the ones that came with my set. This was single-handedly the first game that I got. And I got this for my 4th birthday. My mom actually hid it at my great-grandparents' house because she didn't want anybody to see it. And I got that and one of the toys that I had wanted that year. But my uncle owned the Nintendo at the time.
Oh, okay.
So he was the one that kind of mandated who played and who didn't. And the only way I could play is if I let him play this game too.
Fuck this. What's up, Tylord? Is Nosferatu really good too? Asked Tylord.
Nosferatu as in the movie or the video game or the movie remake? Which Nosferatu?
That was a Nintendo game? I thought that was like SNES.
It is. It is. I like it because of the fact that it's a straight up brawler. I mean, you're a guy who, like, you know, exchanges punches with the supernatural. I mean, the guy's got guts just to do that. He doesn't get like a whip like in Castlevania or power-ups. He just straight up punches people. It's a very rare title. It can be very pricey, but if you can find it, and I honestly say it's kind of like Final Fight meets Castlevania, just because of the fact that you're a brawler.
Ryan says, I'm here for the gangbang. You're at the right place.
That's right.
I lost Laura. I just figured I lost too quick, so I'll start again.
It's all good.
Get into a rhythm right here. God damn it.
I'm wondering, did you see AVGN's most recent episode, Tylord? And maybe that's why you brought that up, because I saw that today too, and I was like, yeah, about time he reviewed that.
Oh, he reviewed Nosferatu?
Yeah. It's one of those niche titles that I saw maybe once ever in a toy store, and it was never like a Toys R Us or a KB. It was more of like those kind of mom and pop stores you might find at a mall, and it was usually towards the back end of the Super Nintendo display. That and Wolfchild, which is ironic because Wolfchild I ended up buying, and is one of my favorite top 10 SNES games, but it was always paired with games I guess either weren't popular or just didn't sell, which was so weird because that's how I also saw Castlevania Dracula X. So I saw it in like a KB, I think, and it was in the dim lit part of the Super Nintendo display. Like, does that mean this game sucks or what?
Hey, what's up, Minister? Apocalyptic Minister. Boiling Blood. Boiling Blood says a dude from Nosferatu SNES is more badass than Simon Belmont.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the dude just straight up punches everything he sees. You get no power-ups. I'd have thought when I first played it, you might get a gun or something, you know, maybe a cross or holy water. No, you get nothing. You go in there and you knuckle up with everything you see.
So you're not Nosferatu, so cool. You're fighting Nosferatu.
No, you're fighting Dracula and all his minions, yeah.
Did they make a remake of Nosferatu, like in the 80s?
Yes, they did.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, man, that's kind of like a old-ass movie to make a video game out of in the 90s. Because isn't Nosferatu like from the 30s or some shit? The original?
1920, if I recall. 23, I want to say.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never seen either one, but I know I've seen images of there's like a remake one or something.
Yeah, so there's 1922 is the original Nosferatu, and then the remake was, I want to say 94, 95, maybe 98. I've only seen that one once. I'd rather watch the original, in all honesty. And then the game was around that time too, 1995, 96, and then they're also remaking it again this Christmas. I believe the new one releases. So.
Oh fuck.
Never got into the whole Count Orlok look though, with the two, like his two front teeth are the sharp ones. He kind of looks like a sharp buck-toothed beaver or a rabbit.
Yeah.
I never liked that part of the design, but the tall, like lanky design was kind of creepy.
I also saw with the torch. Is it easier with the torch to hit him right after the dodge? Because I noticed you were hitting him with the torch right after he would dodge you. You would dodge.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you notice how when you throw the torch in the Punch-Out style, it flies in an angle. So although you're throwing it straight, it angles because you're actually throwing the pixel of the torch rather than just the fire when you're on the road. It's a weird design flaw.
My grandpa weren't even born yet at that time. Yeah, that's I was like, that's crazy. A SNES game in the 90s of Nosferatu. Like, you know what? These kids are really into that Nosferatu from the 1920s.
Oh, those damn kids and their vampire movies. You see them all lining up with Nosferatu. What the hell is that German crap? Bringing that to the States. Communism, I tell you. They're getting our kids.
This up showed. I thought I was done too, but I got pulled back in. See, the thing is that I pre-ordered the Halloween Evil Dead game, and I thought it was already gonna show up by last week, and then now it says it's showing up next week in the middle of the week. So I was like, I'll just try this 2 more weeks. The way I look at it, I'm not gonna beat it. At least I'm getting some, some runs in.
Oh no, you're gonna beat this thing, damn it.
But not. I'm saying maybe next year. Maybe if I don't beat it this week or next, at least I'm getting some practice.
It's cake once you get the torch, man. I'm telling you, that's really what you got to remember how to do.
Well, I'll try. Dude is so hardcore. His game only needs a D-pad, jump and attack, button inputs.
It's true. That's all you ever use in Nosferatu. You use the jump button and the punch button. You can set them to whatever you want, but that's all you'll ever use, really, aside from the D-pad.
Did Chuck Norris play the dude from the movie tied to the SNES game? Even before Alfred Hitchcock? Oh, how did that go? You were on that, right? The Saturday Alfred Hitchcock?
Had a blast with that, and it's funny you mentioned that, Ty Lord, because Murnau, who directed Nosferatu, was a big influence on Hitchcock. So that was one of his favorite directors.
The king of co-hosting, yep. Oh shit.
What up, Showed Warrior? Cue the gong.
I'm cool with this. It's still October. Did you
Honestly,
watch a lot
this
of
game
horror
could
movies?
be played year-round. Who?
You? Like during
Me?
October, do you watch more horror movies or?
Oh, absolutely. I have a yearly event called 31 Movies of Halloween, and I've been posting everything that I've been seeing this year in my Discord. There are some designated must-sees every year. We always top off Halloween with The Exorcist, no matter what.
Very nice.
As for everything in between, it's always a toss-up because I can watch horror any day of the week. Honestly, I can watch them back to back, what have you. So I usually let people either vote on the movies, or like I had my cousin staying with me for about a few weeks. I let him choose what we watched because there was a lot he never saw, and then there were some that were just his favorites. So we skipped certain Fridays. We skipped certain Halloweens. We didn't watch any Nightmare yet. But I try to use that time to get him to see things that he's never watched. So I showed him Smile and all that stuff. Yeah.
Torch is the strongest weapon in this game, but useless in Ghosts and Goblins.
Yes, very true. Because it's so slow.
Tibbs Ed McMahon. Do you have an Ed McMahon? Zombies. You are correct, oh great one.
Hi-oh!
My wife up in the chat. She's like watching the Dodger game. I guess the Dodgers won.
Oh, nice.
We won.
We won. We won.
I never got into baseball. Are you a baseball guy? I just never got into it.
I was for a time. I followed it hardcore when Bo Jackson was playing, but after that, not really. I only tolerated baseball because my mom is a big baseball head. So
who's your team then? Who was her team?
Hers will be the Yankees. Mine are the Yankees when I'm not looking at Royals. But that's only during the Bo Jackson time. Because I could have cared less.
Oh knows. I don't think any player does that anymore, right? Like that plays 2 sports.
No. Mm-mm.
I almost wonder was that a necessity, just because they didn't have the salaries they have now, like so they just played both sports.
I mean, it was different times back then. That was the leniency of being a free agent. You practically could go wherever you wanted. And that also meant sports wise. But I think it was also just part of Bo's gimmick that he was good all around and he could do it all.
Didn't he have his own game?
Yep. It was on NES, as a matter of fact.
And he was like
And of
super
course-
fast in the Tecmo, wasn't he? The Tecmo game?
Yep. LA Raiders.
Remember my friend Billy would get pissed because his brother would always pick the team that had Bo on it. And you couldn't do anything against it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else really. I mean, you could count Jordan because he played basketball and he did play baseball, but he got scrutinized for that a lot because he was seen more as a better basketball player than a baseball player. But Bo Jackson showed he was equal in both, if not one slightly over the other.
Kansas. Oh, Minister's also a Kansas City Royals fan.
Yes, he was, Minister. He was a freaking beast. And I'll never forget the day he caught that fly ball and ran up the wall, too.
Baseball
That made me go nuts at home watching that.
Baseball head. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Might be something you do out in the stands.
Baseball head. Yeah, because that's what I describe my mom. She's all about that sport. That's the one sport she knows a lot about.
He's
when
asking
it
like,
comes to...
what did you mean by that?
Yeah, that's what I'm explaining. I call her baseball head.
Oh, the key. That's all I need right there. Fuck it.
Yep.
Bastard.
Lighter, key, and preferably a knife. And then once you get into the woods, you could start looking for vitamins and stuff.
What's up, P-Merc? Zom, I found and downloaded 2 seasons of Fang Face.
Nice.
What is that?
I was about to buy season 1 on Amazon Prime because they have all of it for about $20. Fang Face is a Scooby clone cartoon. You've got the typical solves mysteries teenage group, but their Shaggy / Scooby character is a kid that turns into a werewolf whenever he sees the moon, and he turns back to normal whenever he sees the sun.
I've never heard of that. Fang Face.
It's up there with like Jabberjaw and all those other Scooby clone cartoons where you had like the mystery solving team, and then there's usually like a comic relief and maybe a talking animal or a talking car or whatever the situation was.
I don't know about Bo. Isn't baby Ruth like Michael Jordan of baseball? There's this NES game, but whenever that guy and him have a batter of I have 100. I just like that you called him Baby Ruth. Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth.
Is this the night where Tiburcio finally beats us? I don't know about that. This game's rough.
We're hoping, Mazin.
Papi Mazin in the house. That's what people don't understand about Mahomes. He throws passes from behind his back like nothing. Oh, he's still playing? Oh yeah, Patrick Mahomes is like the star player, right, of the NFL. It's like one of the main guys,
I think
right?
so.
I just only like basketball. I don't know why I never got into the other sports.
I was more into sports when I actually used to play them.
Yeah.
And then just kind of fell out over time because there wasn't a team that I was consistently glued to for a very long time, just because players were traded, the teams, fell apart. Like I was a diehard Buffalo Bills fan during the 90s when they were going to the Super Bowl with the Cowboys over and over again. Like that was a good team right there, and then they just kind of fell off. So, I'm not a hardcore sports team fan, but I got my favorites.
Yeah, I think you're right. When you actually play it as a kid or a teen, you want to watch it. Like it makes it more of an incentive to watch it.
Because then you wonder too, can I do that or can I add that to, our team's playbook? stuff like that.
Like running the annexation of Puerto Rico from the Little Giants. Fumble Rooski.
Chick a little Fumble Rooski. Chick a little flea flicker on too.
That movie is awesome, man. I used to love that movie.
I did too, but eventually I got sick of it just because even I would have probably picked on those kids.
That and The Sandlot from the 90s.
Yes, The Sandlot is probably the ultimate baseball movie.
Let me see. I love playing basketball. I was pretty good. My nieces are college champions. Damn, for Missouri, that's awesome.
Wow, that's impressive. Congrats. Yeah, I used to play basketball too. Unfortunately, I was still too short at the time.
That's how I tore my ACL and meniscus.
Playing basketball?
Yeah, doing like all these spin moves and tearing my ligaments. And at that time, I was doing the indie wrestling too. So, you know, back in the early 2000s, everybody had like a variation of the Stone Cold Stunner.
Oh, of course.
So I remember one match I wrestled. Man, my knees were done. This guy did like a stunner, inverted razor's edge into a stunner,
Yikes.
fireman's carry into a stunner. He did like a reverse suplex into a stunner. I remember I was like done. My knees were like gone the next day. So doing that and playing basketball on concrete, probably not so good for the old wheels, you know?
No, I don't think it would be.
Hey, what's up, Ashley?
That's also the best part too, is when you take your hits and you get up.
Yep. Let's see. I'm getting kind of cooked as Mark and Chrissy. Let me see. But I'm damaging Jason. That's his health up there? Or is that the children's health?
That would be the children.
Oh, okay. I thought that was
Oh, wait.
Jason. That little like life bar. Whose health bar is that?
The one at the very top is yours. George's is right there, and then Jason always appears to the left.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
If you tear your ACL, they will come. Field of Dreams. That's another good 90s sports movie right there.
If you build it, they will come. Has a different meaning nowadays.
Let's see what should I do again.
Hey, what's up, Sparkles?
Who's Sparkles? Is that Ashley?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, shit. Yeah,
She mentioned PJ Sparkles once when we were all talking, so that became her nickname.
It's PJ Sparkles.
It was a very popular doll during the 80s. She came with like all these accessories and like she had glitter makeup and stuff like that. I remember my cousin wanting one for a solid year. I think around the same time that she wanted the cricket doll. And then I wanted a My Buddy, even though I don't know why.
My Buddy and me. Did you just want it because of Child's Play?
No, I wanted a real Chucky doll. I don't know why I asked for My Buddy. And then I got probably the best stuffed animal a boy could get, and that was My Pet Monster, so... Yep.
Man, those are pricey now, huh? My Pet Monster.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen one in the wild. My Pet Monster.
Ah. I used to tell my cousin if she would piss me off that my Pet Monster doll would eat her popples and all her other stuffed animals.
Wait a minute.
Like, you know he comes alive when I take the handcuffs off him.
Oh, I got the lighter and the key with Mark. Alright, let me try to survive as Mark. So I can already go over there. I don't have the knife, but...
Yeah, you can still attempt to get it, because I think you did last time, didn't you? Didn't you get the torch without the knife?
Oh, wasn't that an issue where I couldn't get the damn...
I think it was the key. I think it was either the knife or the key you couldn't find for a while.
Ah, fucking Jason. Let me go there.
Yep, he had chains. That was probably the coolest accessory on a stuffed animal. That's what makes the My Pet Monster doll super pricey too, it's one thing if you find it loose in the wild. It's another if it's got the chains or not. The chains will make a huge difference.
I mean, that's the thing with vintage toys, right? In general, like if sometimes the little knife or the little plastic whatever shield is more expensive than the toy.
Yeah, it's true. And because people have been 3D printing the chains, you can sometimes think you're buying official ones when you're getting 3D printed ones.
Damn.
So you have to look for those little details on them. I thought about getting a couple just to make, just to make my dolls have them, but for the price that some people charge, is like, no, I'd rather find the real thing.
The swap meet or yard sales.
Yep.
One time I saw like a bag full of, they were just accessories like weapons and stuff. And I remember I sold like for over $50. I didn't know what figures they were from. They were just random accessories.
And if you know what they are and you know how to market those, yeah, you'll find the right collectors for sure.
Let me use these scrubs to fight Jason. I also noticed you were moving around a lot, like when you were boxing them.
Yeah, I chase him down when I'm in the punch out mode with him.
Apparently PJ Sparkles was a TV special animation also in 92. Yeah, I don't remember seeing that.
That sounds familiar. I think I remember vaguely she had some kind of like cartoon or something like that.
I had the He-Man Castle Grayskull and the Slim Pit? Or is that the Slime Pit?
Oh, the Slime Pit, yeah.
The Punch. Oh yeah, I had the Battle Damage ones. Those were cool.
Battle Damage He-Mans were always awesome. And see, that's when toys used to be really innovative. Like, you would want to throw down the money for something like that because it was actually interactive. It wasn't just like the cool displays you see in the commercials that you can't buy, you have to make yourself kind of situation. That used to piss me off so much. Like when I watched the Aliens commercials, which is one of my favorite toy lines, like where do I get those damn playsets the kids are playing on?
The Kenner?
Yeah.
Those are pretty cool, the Kenner ones.
I loved those. I still have most of my complete collection. I just don't have most of the Aliens. Oh no, why did the knife disappear? You switched characters.
No, right now that I was like picking up stuff, the knife disappeared and then I picked up 2 lighters and then the knife disappeared.
Oh, weird. Yeah, I just saw that right now.
What's up, Turtle? That's a glitch, probably.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm gonna chase him this time.
Here he comes, Toothbrush Patrol.
Maybe I won't chase him.
Yeah, the Kenner Aliens line was freaking sick, even though they didn't resemble the movie actors, but that was intentional because they were supposed to get their own cartoon.
Kenner. What else did they make? They made like the... Didn't they make some superhero toys too? DC? Was it DC?
Kenner made pretty much a lot of the toy lines we grew up with. A lot of the movie-based lines too. Like, RoboCop, Rambo, I believe they did. Star Wars, Batman, Jurassic Park. They made all of those.
Let me go back to Mark. Chase him. Yeah, I should have chased his ass. I keep forgetting that if you run right, then you might loop him, right?
Yeah.
Kenner and most 90s and 80s toy markets set the figures are featured on. You have to know a guy that knows a guy. Milton Bradley released a Nintendo game. It's called Abadox. The Deadly Inner War. I bet you Zombie knows about that. What the hell is Abadox? What the hell is that?
Abadox is a shooter game. It's a side and also a top-down shooter game. You play this space astronaut, and you literally go inside a living planet. So you have to venture inside and blow it up from within. Milton Bradley actually published quite a few video games on NES. So Abadox was one of them, and probably my favorite of the Milton Bradley line would be California Games.
Oh, California Games.
Yeah, Captain Skyhawk was another. Winter Games was another. Trying to think of them off the top of my head. Marble Madness was another. I know there's more. Shoot. I'm blanking. But yeah, you can identify Milton Bradley NES cards because they all have the same gray label on them.
It wasn't awful, but it wasn't great.
Yeah, Abadox is pretty average. There are other games out there that are very similar. Section Z is another one. Legendary Wings has some similar elements.
Turtle's asking
a lot of these are
when did you find
arcades.
this game? Well, you got this one like brand new, right? Friday the 13th?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I found this game when I turned 4 years old because my mom bought it for me.
Castle Quest. What's that? Castle Quest. It says guilty of being right.
Ooh, Castle Quest. I'm not particularly a fan of that one. I own it, but mostly for collection. It's another kind of like puzzle adventure game. You have to explore this huge castle, like the title says. And it's kind of like Castlevania in that sense, but like the dollar store version of it.
What does he say? This is for zombies. Oh, Skate or Die. I actually used to play the hell out of Skate or Die. I was never great at it.
I did too.
But I like the music in it.
When my uncle was skateboarding at the time, we used to play that a lot. I sucked at it. So he definitely enjoyed that game more than I did.
It was like
yeah,
the controls were like inverted, right? Like when you were on the map. And when you were on the map, I used to hate that.
Because it was in sync with how people skateboarded with regular or goofy foot. So you had to remember that. You had to know how to maneuver the character and the board based on that playstyle. So innovative but annoying as fuck if you didn't know.
Yeah. Hey, so right here I'm going into the forest. Is it right? Up?
So you go up the first path you see, then you go up again, and then when you get to the door, you don't go in, you leave, but then you go back up and then go through the door.
Man, but I'm at the end of my health here.
You might find vitamins in here if you jump around, so it won't necessarily be a bad thing. See? And then you can just dodge the wolves.
Yeah, those. Oh shit.
There you go. And then just go up again.
Fucking this. I wish I could jump like fucking Mark.
If Deadly Towers had better hit detection on it, it could have been at least an average game. But unfortunately, there's a lot of things wrong with Deadly Towers. So I would agree that it's not exactly a great game. I've played it, I own it, but it's what I call a shelver, in my opinion. Once you beat it, you shelve it.
Alright, I still have a health. Deadly Tower, Skate or Die 2. I think that's like an expensive game, isn't it? Skate or Die 2.
It kinda is, relatively. Not as expensive as like, well-known pricey titles, but it's up there depending on condition.
What's up, Cinema Storms? My favorite NES game is Mega Man 1.
Nice. That's a rarity in itself. Not many people go for the original. It's usually 2 or 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've never played a Mega Man game. Like I think I played it as a kid, but never really played it like more than 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I always hear everyone talk about Mega Man 2.
Yeah, 2 is when you do a sequel right, and you do it better than the original because they really fixed a lot of the problems that the first game had, especially the stiff controls. But with 2, I mean, you've got memorable bosses, the soundtrack, the gameplay, colors, all of it. So it's like, well, I don't want to say Terminator's bad, but it's like when you have a movie that's all right, but then the sequel comes out and it's better than the original. That's what Mega Man 1 and 2 are like.
Hey, let me ask you this. When I get out, I don't remember. How do I get out of the forest once I exit the cabin?
So once you exit the cabin, you're going to go right until the path leads down. Then you go down. And then you go right again until the path leads down, and then down again.
Okay. I'm just afraid of those fucking wolves. Arrow Biz 1 or 2 are interesting. Those are... I thought I saw one of those in the hack tape at the swap meet. One of those Arrow Biz games.
Mm-hmm.
I got zoned back in the late 80s, but NES is also my favorite system. But then Saturn and then 360.
Oh, Rock On Minister. The Saturn is one of my favorite consoles of all time and highly underrated. I would agree with that for sure.
Mazin saying take the axe. I don't want the axe, right?
I mean, you can if you want, but unless you're going to pass it on to another counselor, you really want the torch anyway. 360, I have a lot of favorites on myself. I ended up getting an Elite before they stopped selling them.
I think that's the one to own too.
I had to expand the hard drive though because it only came with like an 8 gig. So I bought an expanded hard drive for it. I love the Gears of War franchise.
Yeah.
That's what drew me more to the 360 than Halo.
Gears is awesome.
And then Dynasty Warriors on 360 was freaking amazing, so I had to own a 360.
So who am I gonna battle with? I'm gonna have to just keep Mark.
Oh, you could take Chrissy or Debbie. They're both kind of right there.
I recently got what is it? Let's see what else. Well, it's currently. I recently got the Mega Man Anniversary Collection. Yeah, that one looks good. That Anniversary Collection.
Well, it's certainly a better sequel than Halloween 3. That's for I'm sure.
Well, it's certainly a better sequel. I feel like a lot of people like Halloween 3. I'm not one of them, but I know a lot of people love.
As far as the series goes, it's a cult classic.
Yeah.
But everyone tends to vote for the Michael Myers movies, particularly 1 and 2, because 4 and 5 are kind of trash. But 3 has become a cult classic because people are starting to appreciate how different it was, and that 3 was what Carpenter originally intended. He did not want Halloween to become a franchise, and when he did, he wanted it to be a series of stories rather than everything revolve around Michael. Michael was only supposed to have one movie, and then the second one technically would have been part 3, Season of the Witch, which takes place on Halloween again, but is about, the toy maker killing children rather than Michael Myers stalking babysitters.
We need to talk about the Wii. You a big fan of the Wii?
The Wii is kind of one of those oddball systems for me. Like, I loved the GameCube. Wii really didn't impress me that much. But the GameCube gave us the RE remake, Luigi's Mansion, and a ton of other great titles. With the Wii, I kind of felt like it was something they were just trying to push out to stay relevant at the time. But it's not a bad console. It's just there's a lot of filler games on it, in my opinion. And I think that's why so many of them are so cheap.
Yeah, I remember going to my friend's house when he got the Wii, and he was playing at one of the Zeldas. I don't know which one. And I saw him like waving his arms around. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna be exercising while I play video games. No thanks. I'm not getting a Wii.
It did do wonders for the elderly. I mean, you know, they were getting physical with a lot of those games and whatnot, but what you couldn't, I mean, what you didn't find on GameCube, you eventually found on the Switch and the Wii U anyway. So
Yeah, that's true.
it's kind of like an in-between system, kind of like what the 32X was.
Yeah. Where do from here I go to that house on the cabin on the top left on the inner circle? Now that I have the okay.
Yeah. I made the mistake of streaming Ju-on the Grudge during one of my Halloween streams.
Is that the Wii one?
Yes. And I tried to defend that game because I love the movie franchise, but I can't. There's nothing really that redeeming about it.
Oh, it's bad, huh? I've never played that one.
And it's super expensive too. So I'm glad I got it when I did, but man, I can't imagine throwing down that kind of cash for it nowadays.
Gears 2. I think Gears, they always blend in for me, like the multiplayer, but I think I like Gears 2 the most.
Yes, Gears 2 was the best one in my opinion.
Alright.
Especially with that cliffhanger ending. Oh man.
I like the idea of it being different Halloween series. I think that would have been cool if they would have done it like right after the original, if 2 would have been a different one. But I think they gave us Michael Myers and then got rid of him, and people still wanted Michael Myers.
He became too much of a prominent figure, and that's why the goal was to immediately pump out a sequel.
Yeah. Which
Carpenter didn't want anything to do with. He's like, I made my movie, I'm done. So...
Please don't appear, Jason.
Alright, now that you've got the torch, you can start looking for him.
But I don't have a lot of health. I kind of wanted to like just keep this guy, like keep him till the next day.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do the same thing with another character, you definitely can.
Oh shit, this guy almost got me. Alright, let me try to do it with Chrissy.
Oh,
almost got caught. Gears 2 was the first one I played. Yeah, I used to like the one that one of the weapons, it had like this thing that it launched and it went underground like fucking tremors. And then you can blow like get them from underneath. Yeah, that was cool. I think that was 2. There's a Halloween video game. Oh yeah, I played that shit.
I think that was the I think it was one of the grenade launchers that did that.
Yeah. Where do I go? Okay, there goes the knife.
My roommate got me into that because he was the Xbox guy. And one day I was just watching him and I was like, you know, what game is this? And he told me about it. And because I had been Halo'd out by then, I was done with that series. And there really wasn't a lot of Xbox titles that I was looking forward to, but he was playing that and that caught my eye. So I was like, yeah, I'll play with you. And next thing you know, I'm like all into it and shit.
Man, I used to stay up till like 2 a.m. just playing Gears 1, Gears 2. And I would go into work at like 6 and I ain't care. I was like, man, I'm staying up playing Gears.
We stayed up till 5 or 6 in the morning the following day once because we were stuck on this level. It's where you have to carry the giant crate across this complex where the tickers are. And the crate explodes if you drop it.
Huh, okay. I don't think I remember that.
We were playing this and we were getting frustrated. I was getting super pissed because I was asking him, are you sure we can't just put the crate down and shoot the tickers when they come out? Because it makes no sense that we can't draw our weapons. And he's like, no, I don't think we can. I think we have to just, you know, carry the crate all the way out. And then we even took a dinner break and then a midnight snack break, and we were still stuck on that part. Finally, it's about 4 or 5 o'clock, maybe 6, sun's starting to come up. And at one point, we just discovered that you can gently put the crate down and draw your weapons and shoot the tickers.
Oh, shit.
So I was so pissed. I could have ended him that day if I wanted to. I was so mad at him. And I looked at him and I was like, I thought you said we couldn't do this. And he just looked at me terrified. He's like, I thought we couldn't. And I'm like, and I just picked up the controller. We just played through the level. Finally beat the level, saved the game, turned it off. I got up, I just looked at him. We went our separate ways and we're like, good night, dude. Good night, dude. That's all we said because I was so fucking mad.
I've been there. I've been there with my friends. What happened in Destiny?
Hated that.
I don't know if you ever played Destiny. We used to get mad at each other playing that fucking Destiny game.
I haven't played much of Destiny. I've seen other people play it more than anything.
Yeah, it's Bungie.
Ugh. And I remind him of that to this day. Like, whenever he's not sure about something, I'm like, are you more sure about when we couldn't drop the crate?
You never
He's like,
forgot.
hell no, I didn't. That memory is etched in my mind. And it was one of those days where I think he had to go to work too early. So we were kind of like, we should have gotten to bed, but we wanted to beat this level because we knew we could. We were kicking ass the whole game. And then we're just stuck on this the whole damn night.
Oh, I'm dead. Oh, shit. I'm not dead.
So I took that rage with me to the gym. I always work out with a bandana on, and when I would play Gears, I always put my bandana on. I actually have COG tags.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I would always
have
put those on.
Mine are hanging somewhere behind me, the COG tags.
Yeah,
That's
same here. Mine are by my desk.
I need to watch 49 and X. I'm done. The chase. Yeah, X is fun. I like Jason X. I know it doesn't get a lot of love, but I thought it was fun.
H has mellowed the gamer rage in zombie. No, that's not true. Because if y'all were there for my Werewolf the Apocalypse stream, y'all know I was going nuts that night. And not necessarily in a bad way, more of an adrenaline way.
Need to get the key. Is there a place where I can get the key, or I just gotta jump around?
You just gotta jump around. It'll spawn for sure. You'll usually find the key outside the wood areas and inside the woods. You might find it in the cave, but you could get lost in there.
Okay.
No, that's true, but I also had to keep in mind that I have my kid down the hall from me, Josh, and I was screaming bloody murder enjoying that game.
It's just there was nothing more satisfying than like in Gears when you would just like curb stomp somebody or chainsaw
Oh
them in
yeah.
half. Ooh,
That's
felt
what
good.
drew me in. That's what drew me in, was seeing him chainsaw an enemy. I was like, no way. And he's like, yeah, you've got a chainsaw on your rifle you can do this with. And that just unleashed my inner Leatherface. So any chance I could, I did that. And I was like, yeah, cut him down. I was all screaming and shit.
Man, so satisfying. It looks like, yeah, Destiny. Don't even play that, Minister. That thing became like a part-time job. And it would like cause fights between our friends and we would get in arguments over that fucking game. And I was like, when 2 came out, oh, are you guys getting 2? I'm like, nope, I'm not getting that shit. I need you to wear this bandana and randomly shoot at aliens. You weren't about to kill a person, and Jason lives when he crushes that girl's head. Oh, when he rips off her head, right? He pulls her out of the window and then like rips off her head.
What a waste. She was a cutie.
Apocalypse stream. Let's see. Alright. Damn, Jason, man.
And then I really raged when Zombies Ate My Neighbors kept getting copyright struck. That really pissed me off that night.
So weird that game would get you a copyright strike.
Ugh.
Omega says Rammstein too. The band Rammstein.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there are particular ones that can definitely get you flagged, but I was sitting there wondering that too, like, why Zombies Ate My Neighbors?
But like a strike, not a claim, a strike.
Well, what they were doing was they were cutting my stream off. So
Ah,
I
that
was
sucks.
getting interrupted, and I had to keep rebooting it. And finally, I got so fed up, but I said, "Guys, I can't do this. I'm about to
Yeah.
rage quit my room."
Alright, I lost Laura. I should still be alright, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no.
Oh, when he smashes her in the bathroom of the RV, that was another
Ah,
wasted
that was
girl.
cool. That was funny.
While Teenage Frankenstein by Alice Cooper's playing. Yeah.
The local kid with the, what is it? The local kid with the twisted mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's a classic. I'm a teenage Frankenstein. I wanted to have that as my wrestling theme. I'm a teenage Frankenstein.
That would be a cool one. Meet the Creeper by Rob Zombie would be my song if I walked out to one.
Yeah, I know that one. Meet the creep. Meet the creeper. Right.
Yep. That'd be mine.
Okay, find a note. I got more health with her. Who are you telling? Used to play Destiny 2 with my old friend. People get so addicted. Yeah, that shit was... Don't ever play that game. I think Jason's fixing to kill my internet for the night. Thanks, putrid landfill of movies. I thought your name had putrid in it before. Did you change it?
Who, me?
No more eye candy. No, burning landfill of bad movies. I thought he had putrid in there. Any license BGM and Zombies Ate My Neighbors? I know for a fact Rock and Roll Racing, that's an Insta
Oh,
band.
yeah.
Really? What music's in Rock and Roll Racing?
There are like midis and redone versions of a lot of well-known songs in that game. That's why hardly anybody streams it.
Oh, that sucks. That's the one on the SNES, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tib, I want you to
Pete?
do
Are
this
you?
format with
I thought
DBD.
spaghetti
You
was your
play
favorite.
while I give commentary and help you dialects. We'll do it.
Caillou,
I suck
Daddy's
at that
talking
fucking
to
game.
you.
Dead by Daylight.
Hello?
What's up,
I
Quesadilla?
wanted to play that
Caillou?
so much, and I
Are you
could
in there?
never get the game to start.
Like, what do you mean?
So, like, I could never join any game at all. I got fed up with it eventually, and I just sold it. I said, forget it.
Did I grab?
Quesadilla with the Caillou, damn it.
Quesadilla loves that Caillou.
Yeah, uh-huh. If that was my kid, hell no.
What's up, Iki Taku? You love this game? And they
Nice.
sound great too. What you been up to, Quesadilla? Alright. Alright, well, I went into the woods and I did right up, and I feel like it didn't work.
It's because what happened was you went right, then you went up the first path, but instead of pushing up again immediately after, you went right again.
Oh, okay.
So you bypassed the shortcut.
Alright, let me get someone up. Maybe I can just battle him. Let me see someone else around there. Yeah, I think I'll just battle. Might as well. No.
Yeah, they could have definitely improved the mapping feature, Iki, I agree.
Fuck. Alright, Jason. At least I got some health.
P Merc, the stream Merc with the mouth. Punching Caillou for me.
No.
I keep telling y'all, Caillou is what you end up with when you raise a sociopath.
Did you let your son watch Arthur then?
He hasn't really delved deep into a lot of that. I think he's at that age where he's just past it all. Cause when I go on Amazon, for example, I have, Prime and everything, and I show him what used to be on his profile, and there are a bunch of kid shows that he's like, no, don't put that on, Dad. Don't show me that, Dad. And I'm like, why? You used to love these. Embarrassed. And he was like the biggest SpongeBob fan, and then one day he got all his SpongeBob stuff together, and he's like, Dad, I don't want this anymore. I don't like SpongeBob.
Really?
Yeah.
Because
So,
I thought even adults love SpongeBob.
oh, some adults do. I mean, it's this generation's Ren and Stimpy, but um, yeah, he just grew out of that. He just was not a fan anymore, and a lot of his kids shows that are still on there, he doesn't even look at anymore. He loathes the fact that he ever liked Peppa Pig, and the only reason we'll watch it is because we like to see those videos where they fat shame her dad, or where it's all of her insults at her friends, and it's like, so this is what we're teaching kids, how to hate your own friends.
Hey, so the forest, you said go right.
Then you go up the first north path you see, and then once it changes screens, hit up again.
So, but I go right, go up the first north path, and then up again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he still loves Thomas the Tank Engine, that's for sure. He still has his whole collection. He actually started asking for Thomas stuff again this year for Christmas, and I'm like, you?
Peppa
All of a sudden want to get back into that?
Peppa is a meanie. What's up, Toon Owen? Oween?
Yeah, she is. Peppa's a disrespectful little girl, man. I don't care if she's British. That girl needs to get smacked.
Up. Fuck. Get up there. Okay, down, up.
Alright, so go up there and then up, bam. There we go. SpongeBob is a god.
Peppa Salt? Get it? Peppa,
Yep.
Peppa is a meanie. I've never seen any of those. You know that cartoon that fucking bored me? I never even watched it, but I would watch like 20 seconds of it and I'd be like, why would anybody watch this boring ass cartoon? Was Babar? Remember Babar?
Oh, Babar,
elephant?
yeah. Yeah. I think you had to be a fan of the books to like that cartoon. It wasn't exactly the worst in my opinion, but I never really got into it either.
Are you saying... Wub says, are you saying we should bring back open hand woman slapping? Open hand women slapping, aka Connery style?
Well, let me ask you this, Wubs. Was he wrong when he told that to Barbara Walters? Sometimes I need a light smack here and there.
Wasn't Babar on HBO? I think it was, right? Or like, was it
eventually,
HBO?
Yeah. Yeah, eventually it got moved off public access to HBO.
Damn, you had to pay, get cable to watch Babar? So
Yep.
right here, right, down, right?
Yeah.
Let me get out of here. Don't come out.
Yes,
Wolf.
she did, Wubs. That's why I love that look she gives him when he's like, you know, I won't beat my wife, but sometimes she needs a good slap here and there to be reminded of things. Like, hey, you got my vote. Shoot.
Alright, let me get out of here.
And if there is any man that would have slapped Barbara Walters, it would have been Connery.
She just passed, right, Barbara? Oh, I need to get the.
Yeah, she did. She passed away a few years ago.
No. Alright, now I gotta get the torch here, right? Because I got the note.
So now you just got to go to that big cabin. Yeah, I don't doubt that. She definitely had that kind of like resting bitch face that I don't know if it just came with her or if it just came with her age, but she had this look that always made it seem like she thought she was better than you.
Didn't she piss off, was it Baldwin or McConaughey? Didn't she piss off McConaughey once?
I think so.
Let me get Paul. Yeah, Babar sucked. Who are we to say others are wrong? Pretty sure every man would slap her given the chance. Hit me, baby, one more time. Exactly. I don't know who we talking about. What's up, Hummus?
Who are we talking about?
What the hell did I just... Talking about slapping Barbara Walters, apparently.
A plethora of stuff, Hummus. From watching boring shows like Babar, to watching disrespectful brats like Peppa Pig and Caillou, to wanting to slap Barbara Walters.
Well, Hummus said he used to watch a fucking Coach and Wings on the USA Network.
Mm-hmm. They were aired back to back. I remember.
Need some help sleeping? We got Coach and Wings coming up.
I don't know that college music that would play in Coach's intro that might wake you up.
I just know that dad was like the poltergeist dad.
Mm-hmm. Craig T. Nelson, yep.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get the torch with Paul over here.
Maybe the reason Babar got moved to HBO is because he's a king, and he was like, no, make those peons pay to see me. Who's Babar?
Babar is so boring, says Toon. What's up, Francisco?
He's a very old book character and book series. He's an elephant that wears a green tuxedo and a crown. He was very popular back in the 80s.
Come back, Jason.
Even though he's a lot older than that, I think he's actually from like the 30s or 40s.
Let me fight him again. What the fuck? Oh, the redeem didn't go off?
Oh, I didn't see one yet.
Let me see. Let me see if the redeems are working. Sometimes I have to turn them off and turn them back on. Someone redeemed something.
Josh Jesus! Went from Caillou to SpongeBob, Peppa Pig, Thomas the Tank, Barbara Walters.
It was just late. There you go. You know what I do to Jason? What would you do? We're talking about female celebrities that deserve a slap.
I hope if you go toe to toe with Jason, Turtle Baby, you don't end up like Julius. You're gonna get that Mortal Kombat Johnny Cage fatality.
Go ahead, take your best shot. Oh, shit.
Sure did.
Fuck it! It really is a drag fighting Jason without the torch, huh?
Mm-hmm. That's why when you play this, whether you speedrun it or not, you have to make getting that torch your priority in many ways. Like, you just gotta stick to it, get it, and then after that, you can use whoever you want, whether it's your torchbearer or anyone else to kill him.
I have no chum. Babar is low-key a god. Because I would rip off his mask and just say, "You ugly. You're ugly." Reminded me I have to watch Mortal Kombat this week. Oh, the original?
The original movies or the TV show or that horrid cartoon?
Where is he?
Tiger uppercut that ass.
No.
Yep, Jason is definitely a wizard or freaking a teleporter, because, man, that boy can speed walk.
Did you like the 2009 one?
I did. I thought it was a good remake for what it was. It did tie in the first 3 movies. And my brain couldn't shut that off when I was watching it. I kept going, that's part 2, that's part 3, you know. But I think that was intentional. Overall, I do like it. I still like it better than, the New Beginning. I might even say I like it more than Jason Goes to Hell. I know that's one of your favorites.
Man. The disrespect for Jason Goes to Hell. I love Jason Goes to Hell.
I want to, but it's just so badly ripping off the hidden, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, so when you told me I gotta watch, Oof, this game. That's right, somebody something. What if they made Jason a kid's cartoon? That would have been awesome.
It would have been even cooler as a kid's toy line, because remember, 80s movies at that time were being made into kids' toys.
Look, I'm gonna say it. Babar moved to HBO after he got their tusks on a horde of blood diamonds. I liked it mainly because I like the actor. He's from the old Supernatural show. Mm-hmm. Who is?
Shoot, one of the brothers is in that remake.
Babar versus Jason. Jason Goes to Hell's definitely entertaining, but definitely my least favorite. Man, damn Lakers lost all they lost. Yeah, but I love all the Friday the 13th movies. So if I rank something at the bottom, I still love it. Still Jason.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, we've all said that Freddy's Dead is still probably one of the worst entries in his line, and I know that the love-hate relationship that 2 has nowadays has definitely changed over years.
Is it just because of that montage scene where he's like slapping his butt and dancing in the bedroom and shit?
Oh, there's a lot more to it than that. But that's a conversation best reserved for off-stream. Hello, welcome to Masterpiece Theater as we discuss the classics, Nightmare on Elm Street 2, and the underlying tones.
Cyborg Jason is the GOAT though. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, Uber Jason was such a cool design.
Babar got the Elon Musk blood money, diamond money. Uh-oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Kelly Raisin 81 donated a $1 for Barbara. For Barbara, R.I.P. Hell yeah.
She's either in hell or she's in heaven getting slapped by Conray.
I'm gonna try to fight him with one hit point.
Babar versus Paddington Bear.
Paddington Bear was kind of cool. I kind of dug him.
He might get his head ripped off. Or Babar might just gore him on one of his tusks.
Jeez, man. Alright. Not looking good.
I guess this means I won't get that jar of marmalade.
Mecha Barbara? Jesus Christ. Imagine a Uber Barbara. Like a Emma was great. But I do like Jason X, even though they made it kind of comedic. I think that's why I like it, that it doesn't take itself that seriously. What if Jason Voorhees had a baby? They kind of brought that up. I don't know what I was watching, and they were saying, you know how in part 4 he tackles the final girl?
Yeah.
They wanted to add him trying to like cop a feel, like trying to get some.
It doesn't make sense though.
Yeah, and they were like, no, like Jason wouldn't do that. Like he's a killer.
First of all, if he even still has his wang, he probably has a hockey mask on it. Second of all, he wouldn't even know what to do with it because he's still a very adolescent-minded adult. Seriously, I wouldn't doubt that he's got like a little cock helmet on down there. It's like the little mask he puts on the tip of his. You'd sell a lot of condoms if you put that on the front end, I'm just saying.
Alright. I'm about to die with everybody, but screw it.
And imagine you're with your girl and you've got one of those on and you're like
unless he rips it up. Jason fucks Barbara Babar Bomber? I'm not even sure what I mean. My kids watch Franklin. People like Franklin, right? He was a
I've never heard anybody. I think the turtle. I think Franklin was the turtle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, same shit.
Yeah.
It was like about the same type of cartoon.
I don't remember anybody saying anything about that. Yeah.
He was the turtle with the little red baseball cap, wasn't it, Franklin?
Yeah. Yeah, and he had like the little suitcase or lunchbox.
Jason ain't worried about that. You remember
Nah.
Mecha Streisand from South Park?
Oh, of course. That's one of the great episodes of season 1 when she became Mecha Godzilla after she formed the triangle. And they had to get all these different kaijus fighting her, like Leonard Maltin became Ultraman, and Sidney Poitier was Gamera, and Robert Smith was Mothra. For no damn reason. And what was really cool about that was Robert Smith actually was contacted to do his voice, so that is him speaking as himself. He recorded it, I think, in a hotel room at the time. So all of his voice was recorded from a telephone call. That's why it kind of sounds a little choppy, but that's really him.
Whew. Classics, kaijus. Jason's holding his kid. Holding his kid? What do I do? I'm not sure what you're talking about anymore, Turtle. I mean, yeah, Turtle. Franklin the Turtle meets a new friend, Shredder. The lost manuscript.
Franklin goes from teaching children to murdering them.
Jason as a kid. Well, you know that was, remember the story that they wanted to add that Jason as a dad?
Mm-hmm. Elias Voorhees. Yep.
Oh, he killed me.
No.
Fuck, I'm like screwed. Do I even have the torch with what's her face? Oh, I do.
With Chrissy?
Well, wherever he shows up, I have to go look for him.
Yeah, you might also want to be near George's cabin just in case. Because if you have a better chance of fighting him Punch-Out style than on the road right now, then that might be better for you.
Where am I going? So you're saying I should go where George is at?
Yeah, because you'll want to use the torch on Jason, and I don't think George has been upgraded at all, so unless you want to throw Chrissy in a cabin and leave her for next day, then you could try to power up George.
Alright, let me try. Or I just die. Oh shit.
I don't think Eeyore was smoking anything, Case, because if he was, he definitely would have been in a better mood most of the time.
Eeyore was smoking.
I think Eeyore was on downers. Again.
This game is low-key very spooky. I said it when we first started streaming this. That's why I never played this game. I think I was legit scared of this game.
You can heal your characters, but you can only heal them like when you're in the same cabin and you have medicine to heal them. So if Tib was to use George and go around collecting vitamins, he could use those to heal Chrissy.
Oh, I didn't know that. Alright.
Yeah. You could feed her those Flintstones vitamins.
Freddy versus Jason, no Mike or Myers. I thought they were gonna do something with him, weren't they? With
Yeah.
Michael?
The most common one was them meeting Pinhead.
Yeah.
Because Freddy and Jason are already hell-established characters. And then there was talks of, okay, now they're gonna meet Ash. Because now Jason is supposedly a Deadite. New Line and all these other companies need to make up their minds on what the hell they're doing.
Surprised they didn't make any more. Well, I mean, they had Alien versus Predator, but...
Yeah, well...
I kind of like those, not gonna lie. I didn't mind them.
The first one was okay. At least you could see what was happening in that movie. Requiem was just
the dark one?
trash. Yes. Like, it's not even filming on a budget. It's, here's our movie, but we're not going to show you what takes place because we couldn't afford lights for whatever damn reason.
I have a feeling you'll take the arcade beat 'em up over the movies.
You're not wrong, Hummus. I actually wrote a paper on that in college.
On what?
Hummus says every Winnie the Pooh character has a psychological problem. I think it was an allegory and intentional. Yeah, I wrote about that in
What's some Piglet
in
anxiety and...
Yep.
What was Pooh?
What did I say?
I know he's a glutton. Is he an eating disorder?
Yeah, something of that nature.
Eeyore is depression. Isn't Rabbit like OCD? That Rabbit was a kind of a little
workaholic.
Bitch.
Yeah.
He's always like yelling at people about his carrots and shit. He was always like on a schedule too, huh? The rabbit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure, Scooby and Shaggy were. At least Shaggy was. He probably gave Scooby edibles. I mean, we still don't know what's in Scooby snacks.
I got another day one, but that's gonna probably be about it for me. Rabbit is a control freak. Tigger has 80. Oh yeah, Tigger for sure. T.I. double.
Now, what you could do technically is you could take Chrissy to go get the sweater in the cave, or you can just start looking for Jason again, or even take George to go get the torch.
Okay. Let me see, what do I have with George? Okay, what do I need with George? I have the key. So I'm good?
Yeah, you're good.
Let's go, Georgie boy. With your freaking He-Man haircut.
He-Man haircut.
You never had a bowl haircut growing up?
Sadly, I did once. Yeah, I did. And I blame DBZ for that in a way. Because
who had a bowl haircut in DBZ?
Gohan did at one point when he was still a kid. His mom cut his hair because his hair grew out. And I wanted a bowl cut, and I don't know why.
Did they actually put the bowl on your head and cut around?
Oh no, I didn't get the Dumb and Dumber treatment. The barber just kind of knew how to cut it that way. And when I looked at it, I said, never again will I do this. Nope. I'd rather buzz my head.
The bowl cut. Let's see, am I just looking in the wrong area? Because I think I have all the key, right? And the lighter.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you just gotta find that. You just gotta find that one corner where the letter. Ooh, excuse me, the letter is.
You can beat him. Oh man, it's tough because I know I was watching yours and he moves so quick.
Yeah.
One. And then I think you were saying like, okay, Jason, stop. Are you gonna stop going fast? I think he would slow down at some points.
Yes, he does. He runs out of steam and then he gets a second wind and then he's just back at it.
You don't need a bowl for the bowl haircut. That's the way I picture it. They put a bowl on your head and they just cut around.
Yes, Toon Oween. If I said your name right, the mushroom cut is definitely worse. I had a girlfriend who cut her hair like that, and I couldn't even bring myself to kiss her anymore. She had beautiful blonde, kind of wavy hair, the way that I liked it, and then she went and got it cut, and she came back looking like fucking Toad. I was so like, what the hell, man?
Alright, go up, right. Oh no, wrong way. Wrong way, pal.
CK, she raised them right. You raised them on good cartoons that had way better senses of humor.
Which one did he bring up? James Bond Jr.?
He said my that's a good one. He said my kids watch Dexter's Lab, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Johnny Bravo, and Powerpuff Girls.
What about Denver the Last Dinosaur? Denver.
Oh, that was long and gone by the late 80s, but I watched that. That song alone just slaps. It's worth the price of admission, man.
I feel bad for mullet rockers. That was like a 90s thing, had like the Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billy Ray Cyrus, yeah.
Don't break my heart.
Yep, one hit wonder. Then he gets popular off his daughter.
Okay. I watch all those shows QP said.
Yup, I did too.
Mullet fuck the world.
I told my kid once, get out of my laboratory, and he just looked at me like, what?
Later, Wubs. Thanks for hanging out.
That's
Wubs.
right.
My dad used to have a mullet. He rocked it. I said like Eddie Guerrero's mullet.
Yeah, see, you can rock a mullet when you do it right, but most of the time it just looked trashy. It looked like, you remember Joe Dirt?
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of.
Alright, right. Right. Whoops. Right down, right?
ED, quit moving my chair.
You said right down, right?
Uh-huh.
Down? How come I didn't come out?
So, well, you're supposed to go down, and then you go right again, and then down.
Oh, I'm gonna keep getting this shit right here.
But, yep, there you go.
Eat my
Yeah,
dust,
Eddie's
zombie.
mullet with that... Eddie's mullet with that 80s porn stash was a classic combo.
I think it fit him good, too, when he was like a heel. When he was like a bad guy. It's just like a heel move to have a mullet.
Yep.
Like Rey Mysterio's son now, he has the mullet. It kind of fits him good. Oh shit, where the hell is Chrissy? Fuck. I don't remember where she's at. I never know which way I'm running either. That's the problem. Okay, I'm supposed to run this way. Let me see.
I feel kind of bad for George because whenever you play him and the zombies are faster, they're like, you know, they would have caught the little fat kid.
Let's see, where's... Okay, she's right there. Eddie's Guerrero was so cool. I lie, I cheat, I steal. That's one wrestler I wish I would have gotten to meet. Dee Dee and her squeaky ass shoes. These others look like they were wearing their ass for a hat. What are we talking about?
Oh, the people with the mullets.
My childhood best friend growing up rocked a mullet until he got a toxic girlfriend who convinced them of bad fashion choices.
Aww.
Eddie almost looks like a thinner Ron Jeremy with that mustache.
See, I would never, ever let my significant other try to challenge me on that. Like, it's one thing if I ask them, hey, does this shirt look okay or does this suit look good? But when it comes to my hair, hell no.
Yeah.
I'm not cutting it for nobody.
That's exactly how I feel too, Zombie. We're on the same page.
My ex even asked me that one day. She's like, would you cut your hair for me? I said, hell no. I was like, what, give this up?
Whoa.
Please.
You hold on to that hair, Zombie.
Damn right.
There's others like me that, you know, we can't say the same. So you hold on for that. Hold on to that.
Well, I feel that way for all you guys who can rock facial hair because I'll never grow any. So.
But I can't rock that shit either. Mine comes out all patchy. Oh,
hey, at least it comes out though.
Oh, and the Fairly Odd Parents, Rey Mysterio. Yeah, Rey Mysterio was awesome. Dominic is cool, but Rey Mysterio is cooler. Yep.
My face looks like if you zoom in on a peach. It's got faint little white hairs there.
I wonder if that's the thing. Maybe because you have so much hair on your head, you're just not gonna grow.
It just went there and a few other places, but not on my face.
You have a full beard. It says minister. Yeah,
I would totally rock a Wolverine if I could grow one.
Mutton chops.
Or Sabretooth. I would do that too.
I'm not spamming right here the torch, right?
Yes.
I am?
You would want, unless you want to go out in the open, you can do it here. But I would try to leave the cabin.
Oh, so leave this is the water.
Is it?
Shit.
Oh, I didn't know this. Oh, it is. Damn. There you go. Remember, dodge the first time, and then when he comes back again to do the attacks, that's when you try to go after him. See, he slowed down. He's like, oh, I need my second wind.
Oh, he killed me.
Chrissy.
I just got George now. Fuck. So, he was on the road. So right there, because I'm gonna play it again next week. That he's there. Do I just come back? I go in and then I go out, or what do I do?
Yeah, you'll want to use the shortcut to hit right, hopefully get to the door, and then you'll meet him on the road if you're the character he's attacking. So
you go, but do you go inside the door or no?
Yeah, you leave the cabin. So like, what you would have done as Chrissy is you would start off, hit right, I think once or twice to get to the cabin door, and then you would leave, and he'll follow you outside if you want to take it to the road.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I'll play. This game is fun. It's not as bad as I thought it was before I played it. Like I just thought it was a bad game, but it's not bad.
It's understandable because it doesn't really tell you what to do. And it's not a straightforward, like, Mario game. We're used to those. So, unless you had the manual and you paid attention to the mistranslated instructions at the beginning, you kind of really didn't know what to do. You just knew, oh shit, Jason will pop up any minute. Oh shit, he's killing kids now. Oh shit, he's after one of my guys.
Yeah, there's no way someone could have figured this out without like reading all the like just playing it blindly. There's no way you would figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Because even the introduction tells you what to do, but it tells you to use the torch to light the fireplaces and not the lighter. And that's really what you need. You need the lighter to light the fireplaces, not the torch. The torch is what you get later.
Alright, so alright, let's go.
That would make sense, P. Mark, because I've talked to people through Metal Gear before, and I kind of felt like I was the other secret agent.
Your mom. These kinds of games are made so you can have someone like Zombie. Exactly. He's the ultimate game genie or game shark.
Yeah.
Game
and
zombie.
I don't destroy your system either while doing it.
I always thought it was fun as a kid. I thought it was bad but scary. Glad I learned. Alright, this is gonna be not fun right here.
I mean, give it your all. It's all we can hope for.
How do I know when the fuck this guy's gonna do that double punch?
So you see how he's doing this pattern now where it's just... There you go. Now when he speeds up, he'll resort to the double punches.
Whoops. I'm dead. Well, that's right on cue at 10 p.m. I'll try again next week. I felt like at least I got a little bit further than last time. R.I.P.
Yep.
So now I know if I'm on the road, because I can't do it in the lake, right?
No, when you have to go save the children, you have to fight them there.
Oh, when you
so
and that's at the lake only?
Yeah, that's the only time where you would be required to fight them punch out style, and that's where I would use the vitamins if needed. I would do a lot of dodging still, and just if you can remember the pattern that he has, where if he starts already fast, he's gonna do the 1-2, go to the right, then come back 1-2, and then he'll go upwards, backwards, and kind of move around in that square
are you
formation.
Just dodging and not hitting him? You're just dodging when he's going all fucking super fast?
Yeah. The only time I ever try to shoot him is when he's moving backwards, and he's going to do that square pattern dance before he comes back to swing at you. I don't try to hit him when he attacks you first. Because you noticed how he was coming in, and he was like, 1-2. Then he moved to the right and then came back 1-2, and then he moved backwards and then started the whole process again. He's gonna stick to that formula no matter what day you fight him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, but if he's on the road, go in to the cabin, come out, and then walk right. You said, and then just spam the hell out of the torch.
Yeah, because if you can get him on the road, you just have to spam him long enough to either survive or at least chase him away. And then if you chase him away, follow the direction he went and just kind of keep him locked in.
So what's the quickest you beat this game in?
I want to say under 30 minutes, but the record's about 3 or 4.
Fuck, 3 or 4 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
How the hell is that even possible to beat it in 3 or 4? So that means they're not getting the torch?
No, they're getting the torch, but they have the pattern down where they can find Jason and then they lock him.
Oh shit, just glitch him out.
That's what it really comes down to, is you got to draw him out. Once you have him, follow him and keep him in that cycle.
Jason was pulling a John Jones on coke. NES games are, this is tough. I'll try it again next week though. We'll give it another go.
Absolutely.
Jason Lives. That'll be my final try for this year.
Yeah, this is 5 where you were struggling to figure out who you were, like Tommy was.
Yeah, I was at an asylum, at a asylum for retreat. Some kid got butchered up for offering a candy bar.
Yeah, I know, poor Joey.
I always think about that. Like, what if he offered him a shitty ass candy bar that nobody would want, like a
I
fucking Zagnut or something
That
like.
I could understand hacking the bar in half, but I mean, from what I recall, I think he offered him a Mars bar.
Oh, he had it coming. Then. Who the hell wants a Mars bar? Isn't that
I
like
mean,
a
the
three?
Mars bars aren't terrible.
It's like a Three Musketeers. Who wants a Three
It's
Musketeers?
it's more like a Snickers but without the caramel.
What's a candy bar that deserves a hacking? Like if you offer
Necco
some,
wafers.
which one is it?
Necco wafers.
I've
Those things are gross.
I've never even heard of that. How about for you guys? Who would you hack up with a hatchet if they offered you this candy bar
I
in the chat?
cannot eat Necco wafers. I know a lot of people hate candy corn. I like candy corn, but I can't eat those. That
Thanks, Iki. A hot kid had chocolate all over his face. I think you're really out of line. What does he call it? You're
But you're
really out of line.
really out of line, Vic. You
Did
can
you
just forget it.
did you know? I didn't know that guy with the hatchet is the same guy from fucking Return of the Living Dead, the punk, the big.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was him. Yeah.
Yep.
Candy corn. Yeah, I would not get mad if someone offered me candy corn. I love candy
I
corn.
like candy corn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you do for a Klondike bar? Hell no, I won't hack you up with a hatchet for that.
Would you hack a guy?
No, hell. Oh, yeah.
Sure.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
I
Twizzlers, says Quesadilla.
In all my years of trick or treating, here are the candies that I will list that showed adults hated children. Necco wafers. Those strawberry candies wrapped in that strawberry wrapper. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
NECA, like the toy brand NECA?
No, NECCA. They were like flat tums. They were nasty as shit, and they
NECCA
still are.
wafers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember. And didn't these like kind of, or do I know these? Were these like tarts? That like tarts or no?
No, they're not even like sweet or tart tasting. They taste like chalk.
Let me see. Let me try to show it in the. These are the NECA wafers.
Those are what you gave kids you hated. Also, those strawberry wrapped candies, um, that look and taste like cough drops. I think they're called Mary Janes, but they're like peanut candies wrapped in orange or black wax paper.
Oh, black licorice. I agree with. Who the fuck eats a black licorice? Nobody wants black licorice.
Black licorice.
Candy corn. Yeah, that looks kind of gross. It looks kind of like, you know which ones are good? The Smarties. I like the Smarties. But
Smarties aren't bad. I like sweet tarts more, but Smarties aren't bad. Necco wafers were worse.
or I always bring up that fucking orange circus peanut. That's like a marshmallow.
Yes.
Who ate those?
Michael Myers did in the Rob Zombie remake. He at least ate part of one. That would have made me go psycho on my family too.
Dude, if you went trick or treating and someone put one of those orange circus peanuts in your bag, you don't go back to that house. You remember that for next year.
No,
Like,
exactly. Or you wait for the circus peanuts to get hard enough, and then you wet the bottoms and you stick them on the cars.
Real nice, Ryan. These nuts, he said. Eat these. Real nice. I can eat.
So that
Yeah.
I would say those are the candies that show you hate children.
You can lick my circus peanut.
I mean, where I lived, I would say that one of the not even strange, just different. One of the homes, which was a retiree home for elderly church-going people, they used to hand out Bible pamphlets, which, out of
Damn.
respect, you took it, but I mean, are you really gonna read it? Probably not. So you probably gave it to your grandparents or something. But
someone just put something in the chat that I hope is not true.
what?
No way.
No way.
Let me look.
We gotta confirm. We gotta confirm that, yo.
Did he
No,
really die?
no. No, 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 no.
Not DDP. H.
I never
No.
got to do his. I never got to do his yoga.
No. No, I don't see it on here. Um, Bishree. No, I don't think he's dead. No, it's not on
I'm
there.
not seeing anything yet.
No, I don't want to believe that. So I'll pretend it's
Okay.
not true. No, the Lakers used the almost break teeth. I heard over here in NorCal someone gave cannabis cookies to the kids during trick or treat.
I mean, if they give me one, I'm not gonna complain.
There goes the Billster.
Like I need
One
that.
time I remember Billy and I went trick or treating, and Billy made his own Razor Ramon Halloween costume.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we stole like a wig from like CVS, and then he
Uh-huh.
drew on like a beard with Sharpie, and then I gave him my dad's gold chains. And I think
Very
one of my
cool.
dad's shirts. That shit was hilarious.
The closest I ever got to dressing up as a wrestler was Shawn Michaels because I had the belt, I had his gloves, I had the glasses, but I didn't have like the full blown outfit.
Yeah. Well, hope that's not true. Because if he was dead, it would have been on Google right away.
Oh, for sure.
You
I
dang.
hope not though.
I used to go trick or treating with Billy. He used to live like 2 blocks down. That shit was funny. I don't even think we returned my dad's gold chains either. But I
Oops.
don't think he noticed. All right, everyone. Well, we're out of here. Next Monday, Zombie. If you want to join me, help me out.
Absolutely.
I'll come. Give it one more shot. One more shot before I move on to the next game. Wednesday I'm playing with Retro Ryan and the Billster and Killer Rules,
what's
Killer Dragon.
what's the game? What's the game this week?
Same thing. We're just gonna keep playing Killing Floor. Same game,
Oh,
Killing
okay.
Floor, and then Friday, Stark and Vince, Dad Level Podcast, are gonna join us for Evil Dead, the game.
Nice.
Retro Ryan. If you guys don't know Retro Ryan, he's streaming tomorrow. And Zombie. When are you coming back again? What's your date?
I'm just everywhere.
When's your channel return date though?
We're hoping by January of next year. We're hoping. If it's a lot sooner, then for sure we'll drop the new trailer for my channel, and I'll be sure to let everyone know about that too.
Yep. Yeah, Overcook. We'll be playing with Ryan Overcooked starting next week too. Over,
Overcook.
o- Overcooked. I'll leave you guys with the right here. Goldblum, Seth Brundle. Send us off.
That is
Send us
so
off.
cool.
Send us off with a Seth Brundle zombie.
Have you ever heard of insect politics? Neither have I. Insects don't have politics. They're very brutal.
All right. Good night, everyone. Later, guys.
Peace.